I know you're thinking to yourself, how can I improve my FC25 experience? Look no further. MMOEXP has the best, cheapest coins on the website. Best price, best guarantee. Use the code META for 8% off, bro. You can get literally any card. Go check them out right now. Boys, what it do, man? We are back with the top 10, quite possibly the very last top 10 of, you know, FC25, man. We are literally approaching FC26, if I have not said that. I don't think I've said that, eh? Nonetheless, though, I have just come from watching United and Grimsby, bro. What even is a Grimsby? We have just lost, on, I think it was 14 penalties? Yeah. I have no idea, man, what to even think about United at this point. But nonetheless, top 10 best goalkeepers right now. Boom. Van der Sar, De Gea, Buffon. You boys know the deal. This position is very difficult to kind of decipher the best, but I can give you a rough explanation. So when it comes to goalkeepers, the taller the better, the more playstyle pluses, the merrier. So something like a rush out, something like a deflector plus and far reach plus is probably the best that you can do. So I'm thinking Buffon, De Gea, Van der Sar, Alisson and Courtois probably the best, and then obviously Konate as well, in my opinion. And then I also add the very bottom, I add the best valued one for that specific position. So for this instance, we got Dudek, currently valued at 14k, insane price. And yeah, I feel like this could be a little bit redundant. That's why it will be the last episode, because I think with that new cup, that new objective, you can actually get 99s, bro. So you can actually get 99s for winning that gritty cup. So I feel like everyone's team is going to be insane. It's going to be inevitable. But yeah, at least you know what to use, you know, when you do pack them. Nonetheless, though, speaking of insanity, top 10 center backs, boys. I've heard some very good things about this man right here. I think there was a brother in my comments that said he's probably one of the best right now. It's the main man, Huizen. We're looking at intercept, anticipate plus aerial. He's got a very nice pace split, 5-star weak foot as well, 6'5". I'm liking what I'm seeing. 85 agility. You can always add a chem style to boost that, but yeah, nonetheless though, there is so much good center backs that yeah, I just feel like majority of players now are using stones, and if they don't have stones, they have Van Dijk. If they don't have Van Dijk, you can use Beckenbauer. There's Maldini for 100k. What are we doing, bro? Let's just all sit here, gather, and let's talk. Maldini for 100k, bro. And then I think Blanc is also a very good one that a lot of people are using. I think like the pro players, the streamers, you know, people that are trying to get like the best wins in champs, rivals, if you are still playing that, Blanc is your guy. Van der Ven, insane pace with quick step plus. When it comes to a center back, anticipate, intercept plus to get the ball. Bruiser for the physicality, and then obviously a pace playstyle plus with a passing will always be the best thing. So someone like Williamson, because people will say like she's short, right? Fair enough. She compensates for everything else. So she's more of that like direct center back that like wins the ball. She won't obviously have the physicality. That's why you can balance it off nicely with someone that's tall. You know, it's kind of like that CDM duo partnership where you have one small player that kind of transitions and then the other CDM that stays back and like acts as a deep line or holding and just basically cleans up, if that makes sense. The best value though is going to be Thuram and Rudiger. I know a lot of people were thinking, where is Rudiger? He's supposed to be top 5 even. I'll be honest, I think he's better value than just placing a number on it, you know? Because, I mean, Rudiger at 6k, yeah, he can hold that position, bro. Rudiger at 6k is insane. That is insane stuff. I mean, Eleni Yoro, I think, was 5k, and then we got Rudiger at 6k. Yeah, GG's EA know what they're doing. Fair enough. We can't complain. Yeah, top 10 left backs, right backs. Now, when it comes to a fullback, I feel like, yeah, it's free reign, kind of like wingers. You know, you just need specific things for them. And I feel like anybody runs now, especially with the amount of like insane cards EA adding. But I do think the guys that actually get like ahead of others, Nuno Mendy for left backs, and then probably Theo Hernandez, any version of him is always good because they epitomize like the insane qualities when it comes to animations. Just insane in terms of how they move in game, defensively and attackingly. So yeah, it also depends on where you're playing them, like in terms of roles and stuff. But for the vast majority, I feel like Mendes is the guy. You can even like, you know, he looks expensive here, right? You can literally just get his team of the season, 19k, right? And convert him through an Evo if you really want like obtainable, you know, Mendy card. You can choose which one. I feel like Engine Plus is nice. He gets the Bruiser. Sorry, not the Bruiser. He gets the Tiki Taka. You could do West Side Wall. There's so much, bro. Come on. Evos in August is crazy. But yeah, if you want to get a good position player, then by all means. Petite can go to 99 now. Yeah. The best valued for this, I think it was Rodri I put, because I felt like this card was primarily used at fullback very nicely. Obviously very versatile, but I felt like at fullback he was like compact. Not too, I mean, he was very tall, I can't lie. But I feel like the agility and balance compensated nicely for how tall he was. So yeah, shouts out to him. We got obviously right backs right here. You can pause the screen, by the way, boys. This episode won't be too long. As I said, man, we're at end game stages right here. Use what you want. But I think for right backs though, as I said, Mendes and Mendy was good for left back. The potent right backs, I think a lot of people kind of get mixed up between, I think it's Lucio, because obviously Manny Buchori, the guy that won the FC Pro, used him at right back, so everyone's using them. Mycon's a good one. Dumfries a lot of people use. So you could also pair it up with like someone small, like you're talking like maybe, I'm trying to think. To be honest, 5'9" to like 6'2" for fullbacks is perfect for height. Anything above that is a little bit too lanky. I feel like it's an exception for some though, when they have like the better agility and balance. So yeah, very good value one, by the way, for right backs is Lala. Insane, bro. Kenny, is it? Yeah, Kenny Lala. Shout out. And then obviously the best value is going to be Kunde. Bro, Kunde at 17k pretty much plays like above million coins, bro. Shut up. Let's jump over to the midfielders though. I think when it comes to midfielders, by the way, I feel like didn't want to go too deep, you know, pause. Whoa. Didn't want to go too like OD for it. So I've only included the CDM/CMs. I feel like it's the same position, bro, at this point. Especially like if you want to decipher, you can do all that. But when it comes to a CDM, it's someone that holds, and then obviously CM. So I felt like it was easier to just, you know, you could even just say this is top 5 CDM and then top 5 CM. I'd give you the best CM in this game. Probably Andrea Pirlo. Can do everything. Actually, no, Ruud Gullit. Yeah, I'd pretty much say Ruud Gullit and then Pirlo just behind him. The thing is, Ruud Gullit can't play CDM. That's the issue. And he's just literally the best CDM in the game, but he doesn't even have that position. If you get Ruud Gullit, I think it is his previous version. Let's check. Yeah, the 94 converted into, this was obviously the SPC, so only for the guys that have the SPC, you can go through the Condor and get him pretty much to one of the best CDMs in the game. So there's just so much evils right now. But yeah, Lucio is a very nice attainable one. Caicedo is a nice one as well for CDM. When it comes to a midfield as well, Anticipate is, I feel like, a must at this stage of the game, because that like gets the ball. Intercept as well if they don't have that. Incisive pass plus or tiki-taka is a beast playstyle plus for passing. And then I'm thinking something along the lines of like a transitional PS plus, like what is it? What's this thing called? Bruisers are so nice, by the way. I'm thinking of a transitional one, like a technical plus is not bad. It just depends, you know, if you're playing like a defensive CDM, you don't really need that transitional aspect because you're going to use him as someone that just stays back and like collects the ball. But it's always nice to have, you know, if that makes sense. Like for the instance, this card looks insane in terms of like getting the ball and everything else. And also compensation for the nation. He's 5'10", perfect height, not too short, not too tall. Yeah, Alexander-Arnold, another good one. Like Vieira, bro. Oof, oof, oof. What a card in this game, man. The animations, everything, yeah. Beckham was another good one that I felt like good in terms of like I don't know, is he better as a fullback than a midfielder? I'm not too sure. Because did I add him in the midfielders? No, I added him in fullbacks. I definitely think he's a top 10 fullback, but for midfielders, if we were to differentiate between, like we had 10 CDMs, 10 CMs, I think he goes in a slot of CDM, of course, because that's his position for midfielders. So yeah, I definitely think he's a top 10 CDM, 100%. But yeah, it's just because I didn't want to like go too deep into it, so fair enough. But yeah, we got Matuidi and Cantona as the best valued. Bro, Matuidi, by the way, bros. Let me just add this card for you. Let me show you. 97 Matuidi. 12k. Converted to the Condor, 99. He gets, if we can just load EA. Man said EA. I'm too used to that, man. Fudban, come on, dude. Yeah, as you can see, insane pace, insane dribbling stats. Yeah, I'm liking that card, man. I'm liking that card indeed. Actually, no, it doesn't improve him that much. That's on me. Nonetheless, it gets him to 99 if you want, like, just to showcase that you have 99s. Do you get me? But now, let's see. Let's jump over to Matuidi could even damn near be top 10 CDMs as well. Jump over to cams though. And then we will be doing wingers and then strikers, and then we are done. When it comes to a cam, pretty self-explanatory. I feel like now you need someone that has incisive is a big one. Transitional PS plus, like a technical plus, is nice. A quick step is even better. Something like a Johan Cruyff. Rapid plus can do. Low driven is always nice. In terms of a cam though, there's two subcategories you can call it. It's the roles. So do you want them to be a playmaker, a roaming type of player, like a playmaker, free roaming, or do you want them to be more of a shadow striker, so someone that acts as a striker? If you want them to be a shadow striker, then you need something like a low driven plus, you know, to score the goals. Finesse shot plus, you boys know the deal. If you want them to be a playmaker, you need the incisive tiki-taka ping pass plus, and then transitional aspects, you know, like a rapid plus. You boys know the deal indeed. I feel like these are the best, man. There was actually, shout out to that one guy, I think it was, I forgot his name, bro, but he said Rafinha as a cam, and I actually looked at his card. Fair enough, he's a top 10 cam easily. I feel like he's better than some, you know, even like Bonmati. That's why I've included her as a HM. Honorable mention for those that don't know. Ansu Fati as well, incisive pass plus. He is, I think, pretty much free, so he's going to be best valued. The thing is, if you don't want to really grind for him, you can just like buy a marketable card. The main man Musiala works. Incisive, 30k, bro, come on. Trust me, that card maneuvers himself so nice. There's one more card though. I think it just came out today. It's the main man, Ronaldo de Assis Moreira. Is he a cam? He can play cam. Thank you, EA. They've done this thing where like they don't play a position or play in their position for the Fatis, but now at least we know Ronaldinho has a cam card and he's perfect there. Shouts out, man. That card is going to be fun even in August. So yeah, let's jump over to the wingers though. Pretty self-explanatory as well. For wingers, it's actually a little bit difficult, I can't lie. There was so much wingers, especially left wingers. So I've included some. You could even argue some can come in. Nothing comes to the top of my head now. Cruyff, firstly, best valued instantly, and then all the other ones here is top 10. So Heung-min Son, Barcola, some don't really like him that much, but I do think he's still top 10. Rashford, I think level 30, I don't know if he's attainable yet, but he's gonna be top 10. Let's be honest, 5-star, we boys, we know the deal, man. Yeah, Neymar, I'll be real, this might have been a little bit of a biased one, but I feel like Neymar in this game moves completely different to other players. He's like Ronaldinho. If you know how to skill, GG's. So yeah, very nice card, but I would understand why people wouldn't really deem him as top 10. Not everyone's cup of tea, you know. Eusebio as well is nice. He's instantly top 10. Even cams, bro. I think I placed him cam, top 10. But yeah, and then we've got obviously right wingers. Ronaldinho right there, definitely the Ronaldinho that's new, 100% top 10 as well. You can only get so much cards in top 10, Mike, so I'd probably say take out probably Neymar and add the new Dino, you know. Yeah, right wingers, got a couple of heavy hitters. I mean, Yamal, bro, 420,000 coins. That's so funny, by the way. Dembele as well as 500k. Yeah, so much. Oh my days, Lauren James has dropped from 1.1 mil to 320, bro. That's insane. She was literally 1.1 mil the other day. But hey, we can't complain, man, because people complain when the price is up. Can't complain when it's down, bro, you know. Garrincha best valued, I mean 50k for Garrincha. Yeah, very last one is going to be the one that a lot of people speak about. It's top 10 strikers. I know a lot of people have their own opinions, so please, let's keep it civilized. At the end of the day, man, the day gotta end, boys. And I feel like now a lot of people have R9, so shout out. I think he's top 10 instantly. CR7 as well. Cruyff, yeah. We've got some HMs as well. Puskas, I don't think he's top 10. Still very good though. I think Rooney actually goes over him. I was going to say a very sus word. Yeah. And then I think the best value is going to be Eto'o and Griezmann. Eto'o at 72k, I think we can all agree with that PS pluses. Especially if you know how to like pace boost. It's going to be so good, man. And then obviously Griezmann as the last one. But yeah, I don't really need to be explaining why these guys are top 10. If you know FC, you'll know exactly why they're top 10. Actually, I shouldn't even really say that because sometimes people don't have the knowledge. But it's basically like PS Pluses, having low driven, quick step plus, and then 5-star of course, and the way they move in game, and also like circulation around, what is it called? Around the community, you know, word gets around who's good, who's not. So I do obviously do that knowledge. So yeah, that's why I've included and came up with those 10 cards. Hit that like, boys, subscribe. First Touch Plus is actually very underrated as well. Yeah, shout out though, this Griezmann card for sure is best valued because he's free, of course. How do you actually get him? Wait, let's quickly check. I know it's an objective, right? Yeah, I've heard some decent things about Griezmann, like he maneuvers himself very nice and can actually press from the top because he's got the defense. But yeah, that's the video, boys. I will catch you in the next one. Have a sweet one, man. FC 26 near, subscribe. Tell me who's your favorite card, by the way. Peace.